All right, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program. Yeah, so today, again, started with the targeting. And like I said, they can say whatever they want to say. I already know what it is that they've been doing. All right, and I can prove it. I've been proving it. All right. Now, the U.S. government and the security agencies can hide, and law enforcement agencies can hide behind national security, public health, safety, whatever, in order to not speak the truth about the technology that they're using against not just us as TIs, but against the general public as well, and particularly us as black people. All right? They've been using these technologies on us to manipulate us for decades. All right, study has been done, the research has been done, it is proven what it is the technology is capable of. So they can miss me with that bullshit. So, like I said, they're not going to stop me from being on my purpose, at least one of them anyway, which is to expose what they continue to do and to use the people around you to manipulate them into engaging in dysfunctional behavior, dysfunctionality, and itself, including me in the past. So I'm not going to leave myself out of it, because I know the mindset and the mentality, usually when those of us start speaking the truth, we're labeled, particularly if we have knowledge. People around you will say, well, you think you know it all. No. So one thing about particularly me and people with my mindset is that we don't know it all. This is why we learn. We study, we research. Unlike 80% of the population that don't want to research, don't want to learn, and particularly us as black people, we are comfortable living in the negative and dysfunctional conditioning and conditions that we've been put into. And those of us who like to think that we have not been put into this condition, even though you have proof, you have evidence, government policies, town, city, state policies. I did a video on YouTube called The Poisoning of Black America yesterday. And they tried to prevent me from doing it. But it didn't work. This is why they caused that rift within the family. And they don't even understand what's going on. And that's the entire thing. You have teenagers who don't know shit. And you have adults who, instead of putting them in their place, would rather be their friend, until these same teenagers turn on them and start being disrespectful to them. Then they begin to understand, right? But it's only temporary, because again, they go back to the same mindset in which they can allow teenagers to disrespect a grown man and talk about, oh, you gotta give respect to get respect. Well, let me tell you something. When I was growing up, respecting your elders was something that was taught, right? It didn't matter. Even they say to you, you got to give respect to get respect, particularly when you're older, and particularly when you're not disrespecting these teenagers. But again, we as black people, we are continuing to do our children a disservice, because again, we have been caught up into this individualistic, extreme individualistic mindset. And none of them will read the predictions and the reports and the data that is going forward, because everything that they're predicting for us as black people has come through. Okay? And it isn't something that the Bible predicted or God predicted. It's something that is planned, coordinated, and put into effect for our detriment. And instead of raising strong black men, okay, and just remember 80% of young black boys are raised by single mothers. And what type of men are they raising? So when black women say, oh, they want a strong man, you can't get a strong man if they're being raised by women who don't even care to look at their reality, to not even acknowledge white racism and white racist war against black people, particularly young black boys and black men. Okay? And then when they send their daughters out into the world and they meet the very same men that their mothers raised, and things doesn't work out, right? They end up single mothers, multiple baby daddies. They blame the very same men that they raised. The one thing that the white supremacists understand is that the nucleus black family is the power structure within the black community. Just like with any community, the family structure is the most important thing. And the black family has been destroyed. And this is why we have so much dysfunctionality, and particularly black men. White supremacists have turned the minds of black women against black men. And black women refuse to understand that. They're caught up in the trying to be these black feminists without understanding that the feminist movement that they follow and worship was created by the CIA. And again, I'm not saying this. This is research, verified, and is in fact factual. So don't take my word for it. Like I said, go and do your research. Talk to you guys in the next video.